In the infinite tapestry of existence, where countless realities shimmer into being, one universe stands as a foundational anchor: Earth 616. To fans of Marvel Comics, this designation has long represented the prime reality, the true home of heroes and villains alike. But in the cinematic universe, this label takes on a profound new significance, not merely as a canon marker, but as the stage for a saga that has captivated billions. This is the story of World 616, the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it, and its enduring struggle for survival and identity. Before the term World 616 was explicitly uttered within the films, its genesis unfolded in a dusty Afghan cave in 2008. Tony Stark, a brilliant but arrogant industrialist, forged a suit of armor and a new destiny. This singular act, the birth of Iron Man, was not just the beginning of a hero, it was the spark that ignited an entire universe. A universe grounded in a familiar yet fantastical Earth, one that would soon face threats beyond its wildest imagination, setting the precedent for a connected narrative unlike any other. This was 616's quiet, unassuming start. The emergence of enhanced individuals and extraordinary threats soon made it clear that traditional defenses were insufficient for World 616. Director Nick Fury's audacious vision, to assemble a team of Earth's mightiest heroes. This Avengers initiative brought together disparate personalities, each powerful in their own right, but initially hesitant to unite. The formative years of 616 were defined by learning to coexist, to fight together, and to understand the escalating scale of the dangers they now faced. This fragile alliance would soon be tested like never before. The first true crucible for World 616 arrived with the Chitauri invasion of New York City. Orchestrated by Loki, this extraterrestrial assault marked a paradigm shift. Humanity, and indeed 616 itself, was no longer merely dealing with terrestrial villains or Cold War spies. This was a direct threat from beyond the stars, a reality-altering event that forced the nascent Avengers to act as a cohesive unit. Their eventual victory, though costly, solidified their place as Earth's primary protectors and irrevocably altered World 616's geopolitical and cosmic standing. Even triumphs had unforeseen consequences. Tony Stark's attempt to create a global peacekeeping program, Ultron, backfired spectacularly, unleashing an artificial intelligence determined to eradicate humanity to save World 616. This internal threat exposed the heroes' vulnerabilities and the moral ambiguities of their power. Ultron's plan, to create an extinction-level event in Sokovia, aimed to evolve 616 through destruction, forcing the Avengers to confront a sentient force born from their own ingenuity. The near catastrophe left lasting scars on the world and its defenders. The collateral damage from these escalating conflicts, particularly the events in Sokovia, led to a deep ideological rift within World 616's heroes. The Sokovia Accords, an international treaty to regulate superpowered individuals, forced a choice: accountability to governments or individual freedom to act. This civil war wasn't against an external enemy, but a painful fracturing from within. It tested the very definition of heroism and left the Avengers fractured, severely weakening 616's unified defense just as a truly cosmic threat began to loom on the horizon. Trust was broken, loyalties questioned. While Earth grappled with its internal conflicts, World 616 was also expanding its cosmic awareness. Thor's adventures introduced the Nine Realms, Guardians of the Galaxy explored distant galaxies, and Doctor Strange unveiled mystical dimensions. This broader understanding revealed 616 to be but one planet within an unimaginably vast universe, filled with ancient powers, alien civilizations, and existential threats. This expansion laid the groundwork for the ultimate challenge, a universal threat that would force Earthbound heroes to look beyond their own world and embrace their cosmic neighbors. The true test of World 616's resilience arrived with Thanos, the Mad Titan. His philosophy, a chilling conviction that only through culling half of all life could the universe achieve balance, drove him to collect the Infinity Stones. This wasn't just a battle for a planet, but for the very fabric of universal existence. His methodical, unstoppable march through 616's cosmic landscape, brutally dismantling defenses and heroes, served as a stark, terrifying countdown to an unimaginable catastrophe. The heroes, fractured and unprepared, faced an enemy unlike any before. The moment that irrevocably reshaped World 616 came to be known simply as the snap. With a single, horrifying gesture, Thanos activated the Infinity Gauntlet, erasing half of all life in the universe. Trillions vanished in an instant, turning to dust. This wasn't merely a defeat, it was a cosmic wound, an unprecedented act of genocide that left the survivors reeling in grief, despair, and a profound sense of loss. The world, and every living being within 616, had to grapple with the new, devastating reality of an emptier existence. The silence was deafening. For 5 long years, World 616 languished in the shadow of the snap. The surviving heroes were broken, scattered, and haunted by their failure. Society struggled to rebuild, but the gaping void left by half its population was insurmountable. This period, often referred to as the blip, tested the very spirit of 616, pushing it to its darkest limits. It highlighted the profound interconnectedness of all life and the fragility of even a prime reality when faced with such absolute power. Hope seemed a distant memory, a flicker almost extinguished. Against all odds, the heroes of World 616 found a way. Through unprecedented sacrifice and ingenuity, they journeyed through time to collect the Infinity Stones and reverse the snap. The reverse blip brought back everyone who had vanished, but it was not without immense cost, particularly the loss of Iron Man and Black Widow. This event marked a rebirth for 616, a collective return from the brink of oblivion. The world was whole again, yet irrevocably changed by the experience of loss and the subsequent, bewildering return. New challenges would surely arise. The return of trillions of people simultaneously plunged World 616 into a new era of upheaval. Resources were strained, societies had to reintegrate a lost generation, and the concept of global cooperation became both more vital and more challenging. New heroes emerged to fill the void left by fallen legends, and new threats, often born from the blip's aftermath or the hero's own actions, began to surface. World 616 was entering a complex phase, navigating trauma, rebuilding trust, and redefining its future in a dramatically altered landscape. The echoes of the snap lingered. For years, the existence of a broader multiverse was hinted at, but never directly confronted within 616. That changed dramatically with events like Doctor Strange's spell gone wrong, tearing open the fabric of reality. Suddenly, the designation of World 616 was no longer an abstract comic book reference, but a concrete label within the narrative itself, separating our reality from countless others. This unveiling of the multiverse introduced profound new questions and unimaginable dangers, as the boundaries between realities became increasingly porous and threatened. With the multiverse now confirmed, World 616 finds itself in a precarious position, frequently interacting with, and often being targeted by, other realities. Whether it's the chaotic incursion seen by Doctor Strange or the variants encountered by Spider-Man, 616 is no longer just fighting for itself, it's fighting for its unique place in the cosmic hierarchy. The prime reality's stability and survival are now intrinsically linked to understanding and defending against threats from across the infinite multiversal spectrum. The stakes have become astronomically high, redefining conflict. The greatest multiversal threat to World 616, and indeed all realities, has emerged in the form of Kang the Conqueror and his myriad variants. A master of time and space, Kang's ambitions extend far beyond any single universe, seeking to assert dominion over the entire multiverse. His existence fundamentally challenges 616's notion of self-contained destiny, forcing its heroes to grasp concepts of timelines, incursions, and the delicate balance of infinite possibilities. The fight against Kang is not just for 616's survival, but for the very freedom of all reality. The journey of World 616, from Tony Stark's cave to the brink of multiversal war, is a testament to its resilience and the enduring spirit of its heroes. The designation 616 isn't just a label, it represents a reality that has faced universal annihilation, internal strife, and now, the terrifying prospect of losing its unique identity amidst an infinite sea of possibilities. As new heroes rise and old ones adapt, 616 continues to evolve, constantly defining what it means to be the primary reality, the center of so many interconnected stories. Its future remains unwritten.